Everybody, I'm East Coast Pete. You know about D.O.A., do you? D.O.A., death on arrival? Hardly. Joseph Edward Cayley, also known as Joey Shithead, is considered a founder of hardcore punk along with Black Flag, Bad Brains, Angry Samoans, and the Germs. Negative Trend and Middle Class. D.O.A.'s territory was Vancouver, British Columbia. In Canada, their second album, Hardcore 81, is thought to be the first reference of the word hardcore as a subgenre. Now, hardcore, by definition, is a subculture that originated in the late 70s. It's faster and harder and more aggressive than other forms of punk rock. They were and are definitely anti-hippie. New York punk was harder than California punk. This means torn jeans, black leather jackets with logos and slogans painted on in white paint. Hardcore is an anti-movement, anti-commercialism, anti-established music industry, anti-mainstream, but pro-confrontation. Mohawks are not essential. Blackjack boots are more important. Safety pins are common, but not mandatory. Spice Girls have black or bleach blonde hairstyles, often scrambled or bald. That's both sexes. There were no neo-Nazis in the movement, but also blacks who like the aggression and the music. Most neo-Nazis shun the attention, so normal is also part of the scene. Drugs and beer, weapons, pizza, everything loud. Not many ballads here, guys. Joe Shithead is the only member of the hardcore band D.O.A., the only original member. He started the band in 1978 and he shut it down in 2015. Original bassist Randy Rampage had two stays. D.O.A. released albums on Jello Biafra's Alternative Tentacles Records. D.O.A. was known as much for their politics as for their music. Their slogan is talk minus action equals zero. D.O.A. was anti-racism, anti-globalism, pro-freedom of speech, and pro-cleaning of the environment. Before D.O.A., Vancouver was host to punk rock band The Skulls with Joey, Brian Wimpy, Roy Goebel, and Ken Dimwit Montgomery. The Skulls moved to Toronto, but the time was not right. Joey returned to Vancouver and formed D.O.A. in '78 with himself on guitar, Dimwit's brother Chuck Biscuits on drums, Randy Rampage on bass, and Harry Homo on vocals. Harry Homo named the band D.O.A. Harry Homo had good ideas but no rhythm. Joey took over on vocals. The second guitarist, named Randy Romance, played briefly, and then guitarist Brad Kent joined in June. That summer saw the first single, the 4-song EP Disco Sucks. San Francisco radio station KUSF played it a lot, and D.O.A. began touring in Frisco, where they met Dead Kennedys frontman Jello Biafra. Kent was fired. D.O.A. released a second single called The Prisoner. In '79, D.O.A. began their first North American tour. Ken Lester, a Vancouver journalist, became D.O.A.'s manager. More tours were arranged and D.O.A. opened for The Clash. Third single, World War III, What You Gonna Do? Another second guitarist, Dave Gregg, joined in the fall. Biscuits and Rampage left after a poor showing at the University of British Columbia's Student Union building. Andy Graffiti and Simon Stubby Pecker Wild were the new rhythm section. Andy, a Stubby didn't work out, so Biscuits and Rampage came back in spring of 1980. The album Something Better Change was out. Here's the songs. 1, New Age. I don't think it's has much good things to say about New Age, but listen for yourself. Maybe I'm wrong. 2, The Enemy. 3, 2 plus 2. 4, Get Out of My Life. 5, Woke Up Screaming. 6, Last Night. 7, 13. 8, Great White Hope. 9, The Prisoner. 10, Rich Bitch. 11, Take a Chance. 12, What You Gonna Do? 13, World War III. 14, New Wave Sucks. Yeah, I get it. You start with New Wave and you finish with New Wave Sucks. Yeah. Okay. Ron Obvious was the engineer and Rich Drake produced. In January of '82, Randy Rampage was fired, replaced by ex-Skulls drummer Dimwit on bass. Chuck Biscuits left to join Black Flag, and Dimwit switched back to drums. Subhuman singer Wimpy Roy was hired to play bass and sing a little. The EP War on 45, which is now a full LP, went out. Surprisingly, funk and reggae was now in the mix, as was their anti-war, anti-imperialist politics. Here's the songs. 1, Liar for Hire. 2, I'm Right, You're Wrong. 3, America the Beautiful. 4, Let's Fuck. It's a remake of Let's Dance from the Ramones' first album. Changed one word there. 5, War. This is written by Ed Starr. 6, I Hate You. 7, War in the East. And 8, Class War. This was a PILS song, Public Image. 1985. What a year. Let's Wreck and 87, True North, Strong and Free were more mainstream rock, but the same politics. Dimwit left, Cara Bellevue came, but for only 3 weeks. John Card of Personality Crisis replaced him. Dave Gregg quit after manager Ken Lester was fired. Chris Proham replaced Gregg. And then, in 1990, as a quick decade, Murder was thrash. Thrash was guitars on steroids, shredding leads, even more aggression as a backlash toward glam metal. Thrash gave birth to death metal and black metal. D.O.A. collaborated with Jello Biafra on Last Scream of the Missing Neighbors. Keith Lee wanted to pursue an acting career, so he put D.O.A. on hiatus after a farewell tour of the West Coast. Less than 2 years later, Joey and Wimpy Roy restarted D.O.A. in the summer of '92. John Wright from No Means No suggested they hire Ken Jansen from Red Tide as the new drummer. D.O.A. returned to their punk hardcore roots. 2 EPs, 13 Flavors of Doom, and Loggerheads went out. 1, Already Dead. 2, Death Machine. 3, Bombs Away, written by Goebel. 4, The Living Dead, also by Goebel. 5, Played the Fool. 6, Too Fucking Heavy. 7. Hole in the Sky. 8. Hey Sister. 8. Use Your Raincoat. 10. Legalize Theft by Goebbels. 11. Rosemary's Baby by Goebbels. 12. Beaten Rock and Roll to Death. 13. Time of Illusion by Goebbels. And 14. Phantom Zone. And John Wright on keyboards and producer. Ford Peer on second guitar and vocals. Drummer Ken Jensen died in a house fire. John Wright took over drums for the Blank Spot album and a Ken Jensen Memorial Single EP as well. Wimpy Roy left. Kuba replaced him. The Great Baldini became the drummer. Dan Yaremko became the bassist. In 2003, Vancouver Mayor Larry Campbell declared December 21st D.O.A. Day in honor of the band's 25th anniversary. Randy Rampage came back for the third time. The ska-flavored Live Free or Die went out. Now in 2008, the Great Baldini was replaced by James Hayden. Bob Rock of Metallica would produce D.O.A. for their 30th anniversary. James Hayden was replaced by Floor Tom Jones. Randy Rampage left. Dan Yaremko came back. Northern Avenger was released. Jesse Dinner replaced Floor Tom Jones, a cool name. In 2012, Joe Shithead announced he would be seeking nomination for the British Columbia provincial election. Why not? D.O.A. was again in hiatus. And then in 2014, Joe reformed D.O.A. with Paddy Duddy on drums and Mike Maggot Hodsell on bass. Welcome to Chinatown, a live album, prompted a new tour in Canada. In 2015 saw the LP Hard Rain Fallen. 2018 LP Fight Back was also released. And yes, I saw this band perform on the New Jersey Shore in 2014. A very small venue. Joey was so fast on his guitar, I thought he must have removed the frets on his white Gibson EB3. Joe was Joe. Not old or young, a force of nature, and a gentleman. He met us, talked to us. A week later, I read his biography. I found it on the web. A lot of what you said here, a lot of what you find here is from the book. If I got anything wrong, if anyone fucking cares, I'm not sorry. Long live hardcore. Be well.